Alright, so welcome to the first tutorial. I'm going to call this tutorial 0 because I'm basically going to go over my After Effects layout and also all the plugins I use and some of the plugins that I find really helpful when doing like this typography style. So we'll start with my layout. So I've actually got a 4 monitor setup, but I only use 3 when editing. You only actually need 2. So my first monitor on the left here, you can see this just has my composition window, my project window. So that will be where all the layers and sort of assets go. And then the preview window down here. For my middle monitor, I have the timeline in the middle here. I have the Flow plugin at the top. We'll get into that in just a second. I have another plugin called Text Exploder. I have another plugin called Reposition Anchor Point. These are nice plugins. I have the Align text tool, and I also have the properties section. So this is like the text properties and stuff. Normally this is a little bit bigger. So I normally have something set up a little like this, and if I need to see more properties, I'll just expand this down here. And then on my right monitor, you can see it's only a very thin panel. We just got the effects controls here, Render Queue, and the Cyclops plugin. So yes, I am using 3 monitors, but this could easily fit on 2 monitors. I recommend 2, it's probably the best setup. But now we'll talk about plugins. So there are 2 plugins that are pretty much necessary in order to create this 3D text animation. The first one is, like I mentioned on my website, the Extrude plugin. That pretty much allows you to turn 2D text into 3D text. You can buy this off Aescripts, but there also is a way to make 3D text without plugins. I'll touch more on that in tutorial 4 when we go over the 2D text animation. But for the sake of this tutorial, Extrude and also Flow. Now Flow is the plugin that you can see up the top here. So you can see if I just go out of Flea Library and you just go into the default, you can see they have a bunch of presets that you can do. You can basically animate batches of keyframes within 1 click. Now for this 3D camera method that I am going to show you, you can do it manually, but you'll see when we go through it that Flow it's a game changer. I would not be able to create these edits and make it a whole 30 seconds long. Without this Flow plugin, it just carries the whole edit. Now other plugins that are nice to have are obviously FX Console. I'm pretty sure it's free, and if you don't know, you can pretty much press Control Space and you can type in any effect or any preset, and it just makes adding effects so much quicker. Also up here you can see this plugin here called Text Exploder. Now basically what you can do here is you can grab either like a sentence and split it into words, or you can grab a word and split it into letters. Now this plugin definitely isn't necessary. Doing it manually may take an extra couple of minutes, but the fact that I can split a word into characters and just click apply and it just automatically generates the layers makes it really nice. Also Reposition Anchor Point, I'm pretty sure this might be free as well. Once again, there are a bunch of plugins that can reposition your anchor point. And the last plugin that I'll show you later on is Dehancer, and it's basically the way I do most of my color correction for my edits. So that's my After Effects layout and the plugins that I use. Now let's get creating.